Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to Inner Healer, and I am Shakri. Today, we are actually going to be talking about moon through the houses, all through 12 houses. Yes, you heard that right. We are going to discuss moon and what it means to deal in each house. So, everyone will not get to experience your moon. Only people who you get into close encounters with. So, your family or someone that you're courting, your friends. So someone walking down the street basically will not get to know your moon. When they get to know you and they start to have a conversation with you, that's when you get the moon sign. Remember, the moon deals with the house, the home. So where you feel comfortable. So everyone is not going to be allowed in your home. So that means everyone is not going to get to know your moon sign. So moon in the first house. Moon in the first house has every moon gives every moon sign through the houses give off, the light side and the dark side. So these people sometimes could, well, a lot of times wear their heart on their sleeves. These people are the people who are like impulsive reactors. Impulsiveness deals with Aries. Aries is the first house. So these people could like really fly off the handle as soon as you say something they don't like, or you, what, not even that they don't like, if they feel offended, they're very impulsive to react. They're not going to sit and think about it. These are not people who are going to sit and ruminate on what you said. They are going to come straight at you. These are people who sometimes they could like have issues with the mom, issues with, feeling secure in their feelings. Maybe mom wasn't as nurturing as they wanted mom to be, or they felt like mom should be. Maybe they were just fighting for mom to just give me something, give me some of you. And maybe a lot of times they didn't get this. They are very protective, very, very protective people. They have to protect self. The first house is self. They have to protect self. They also are very protective of their family too. These people are also very intuitive. So this gives me vibes of like a security guard. Like really like a security guard, because as a security guard, you have to be like impulsive to react. You have to react fast. You have to be protective, and you have to be sort of kind of intuitive to know that something is about to happen so that you have to react, right? These are people who also will like mirror your emotions. So if you're giving off stank attitude, they're going to very much give you back stank attitude. They're not the kind of people that's just going to be like, they acting like that, let me just leave them alone. No, they're going to be like, that's how you feel? Okay. And they're going to give you right back what you give them. So sometimes these might not be the people that you want to like, tick off, because they are the kind of people that's going to give it right back to you. Like slap that right back to you. Now the second house is ruled by Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. So this is going to give you like a Taurus kind of flow, but not really. Now, the second house deals with how you get your money, how you feel about yourself. This is self-worth. This is how you self-care, how you take care of yourself, how you pamper yourself, how you speak life into yourself. These are going to be the kind of people who are emotional spenders. These are people who will get a bag and blow a bag all in the same day. Why? Because they have it. These are like very much bourgeois. They are so materialistic, and not even saying it because like, oh my goodness, they are materialistic. They are materialistic. They want the finest, the latest, and dining at the best. Okay, they are so much like wrapped up into possessions. But one thing about them, like they are more of like, versus the first house where they are impulsive reactors, these are like more like a logical reactor. They are like more grounded when they're reacting to things. They will internalize, they will figure these things out, because Taurus is like grounded. Taurus is earth. So they're going to think about these, not in a sense of like an air like an air moon will think about it, but they're actually going to like, well, if you have an air moon here, then yeah, you're going to internalize it, you're going to think about it, then you're going to react. You're not going to react really fast. These are people who are like, the money motivates them. So say like you like, girl or boy, let's Let's open up a clothing boutique. These are very much those people that you want to get in contact with, because remember, Taurus is ruled by Venus. Then and it's grounded, so it's earth. So it's like we gonna build this from the ground up, brick by brick. We are not about to just, oh, let me think of this and let me just do it right now. No, they're not going to do that. Well, when it comes to spinning a bag, you darn right they are. These are also people who will probably not have to worry about money because their mom made sure that they were secure. So these are like, mom gives me any and everything that I want. I know about this because I have a child with a second house moon, and that child is very much, my mom got me. It don't even matter. My mom got me. Let me go spend this, and then I'm gonna go to my mom, and she gonna give me some more. These are those people. If you have somebody, you already know how they are. They are going to go spend that money, honey. They are not going to even think twice about spending that money. And guess what they going to do? Mom, what's up? You got you got $100, and guess what mom going to do? Mom going to send it. Like, mom, chill out. Okay. Now let's talk about the third house. The third house is Gemini, Mercury. So these are people who are close with their siblings, because the third house rules like siblings, your inner community, like right around where you live, the neighborhood that you grew up in. It could be like your cousins, maybe even your aunts and uncles. So it's those family members. So you were probably, these people are probably close with those people, like their siblings, their aunts, uncles, cousins. These are people who probably was sent away on every weekend to go over auntie house to go play with their cousins. Them and their siblings got packed up and shipped out on the weekends. You were about to go over Aunt Nini house or Aunt Chuchi house. My friend has an aunt named Chuchi, so that was just funny. These are very creative people. Very, very creative. They could picture something in their mind and actually draw it out, because Gemini rules the hands. So these people are actually good with like drawing. These are people that are good probably fighting, and they and it's not even like to even be funny, but these people probably will, they going to think about if they want to fight you or not. And if they get to the point where they want to fight you, that means that you done did something really, really bad to them. But a lot of times they will have like a scatterbrain, because Gemini deals with so many things. You're thinking of so many different things all at once. These are very much jack of all trade people, master of none. But guess what? The master, I forget how that saying goes, but these are people who, like, the mind moves so quick. So if the mind moves quick, that means that they are quick on their feet. But like I said, if they are scatterbrained, they have so many different ideas that they want to do, and they're probably the kind of people who probably may not even finish the things that they get started. Why? Because they have so many things that they want to do, and they don't even know where to start. Sometimes they don't know where to start. They have to really sit and think, like, what really moves me? These people are like, they're good social climbers. They're like good with people. So these are the ones that you will see at events, and they're bumping shoulders with everybody. They're talking to everybody. They can be emotionally manipulative. And I say that because the moon deals with emotions, and Mercury deals with like how you can manipulate someone. So this is given very much emotionally manipulative, but it's not, it could deal with it on the bad side, but the good side is they are good with marketing, because you, in order to deal with like the emotions of people, you have to know their trigger points. So they are good at marketing. They are also good at, they can be good at public speaking, and that's because they are able to get a message across. They're able to get your message across, and they're able to reel you on in, hurry up and bite. They're not going to say it like that, but these are those, that's what they do. They're able to pull on your heartstrings. They're able to get you to do what it is that they want you to do. Remember, I said these people will throw hands. So if you break their heart, I feel I might feel kind of sorry for you because they come in to throw them hands. They throwing haymakers, period. Now, the fourth house. The fourth house is like having a Cancer moon. It could be similar to it, but not really. So fourth house is ruled by Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. So the moon is actually very comfortable here. This is the house of the moon. So they are comfortable here. The family has like lots of influence on these people. They are like super attached to family life. So they're like homebodies. These are people that you will find on a Friday night chilling in the house, hair tied with no makeup on. That's when they feel the most comfortable. They are people that you really are not allowed over their house. They are not the kind of people that is going to invite everyone to their house. You have to be really, really close to them in order for you to even know where they live, to even get inside of their house. They're not the kind of people that's going to tell everyone where they live. They are not the kind of people that's going to invite anyone over their house. So if you're trying to do gatherings at their house, these are the wrong people for that. They are like highly intuitive. These are highly intuitive people because this is a double dose of moon basically. I also have a child with a fourth house moon. I was pregnant with my last child and my baby said to me, "This you're having a girl and she's going to be born on a Friday." I promise you. I don't get ultrasounds through pregnancy, so I don't know what I'm having. My baby was born a girl and she was born on a Friday morning. She was born at the rising time on a Friday. That's just one time that my baby did that. And she's so like attached to me. This is the child who watches everything that I do. So these are the children who are like highly influenced by the mom, especially. Family has a big influence on them, but they're highly influenced by the mom, maybe the grandmom, the women in their family. These are the ones that want to cook family dinner with mom, or any woman, any influential women in their family. They are the people that will come and like be very, very nurturing. They are like the matriarchs in training. These are people who are like super cautious around strangers too. Like these are the people, if you are at a party, if you ever catch them at a party, they don't want sitting in the corner just watching everybody. They're not really trying to mingle with everybody because they are sometimes highly sensitive people too. So and like empathic and things like that. So if you're trying to come over with some bad energy, like they can feel it. If you're coming with good energy, they can feel it. They are like emotional sponges. They are taking on so many different emotions. These are like people who like have nostalgia a lot of times. Like they are so like they are searching, yearning, wanting to know like, where do I come from? So these are people who very much want to know everything about their ancestry. They want to know like where they come from, where does our family come from, where do we get uprooted from, things like that. Like they always want to know what happened further down the lineage. Now, something that also I notice is these are like very bossy people. They are so bossy, like, because they are in the house and they want their house to feel very, very like a safe space. So if you're giving off interruption, they're going to be bossing you around. And they can be rather sneaky sometimes. Like like they're so quiet, so they could be like tiptoeing around the house and you will never even know that they're tiptoeing around. Fifth house. Now the fifth house is the Leo house. Leo is ruled by the sun. So these people are like the life of the party. These people are, I will go out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They are going out every night of the week. But then like they're going out because they want you to tell them that they look good. They want to feel good. That when they look good, they feel good. That's what anybody, but these people especially, like when they look good, they looking in the mirror like, they the ones like giving themselves kisses in the mirror and stuff like that. Most times these are the people who favor the mother. Remember, the moon is here. So the moon, these are the people that like, you're going to be like, dang, you look just like your mom. Also, they're extroverted. So they're actually going to want to be out. They're going to want to be in crowds with people. They are like the popular people. They are sometimes like you'll find famous people that have like, a correlation with the fifth house. They are good with arts. So anything from music to coloring to acting, anything that has to do with like performance arts, especially. And they're like prideful people. Like these are not the kind of people that you could G check. You shouldn't be trying to G check anybody, but these are not the people that you can just G check because, like I said, they're ego driven. So you're not going to be coming to these people and like trying to tell them anything and like trying, like flex on them because they're not the people that you're going to flex on. They going to throw them hands too. They going to let you know a thing or two. And they could be like, these are like probably like the pettiest of the petty. And they're petty because they're childish. Like they're like super childish. These are the people who like you get smart with them. They might not, let me take that back. They might not throw hands, but guess what they going to do? They probably going to put a water balloon in your seat. And when you sit down, you going to like have water busted. Like they going to do something real childish like that. Like you going to be looking like, really? Like you so childish. And they going to be so tickled. They going to think that is so funny. Everybody around is going to be thinking that it's funny too. They so petty. They so childish. It's so funny though. Like it's so funny. I do like fifth house moon people. The sixth house. Now, in the sixth house is the Virgo house. The house of Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Sixth house is ruled by like the healthcare system, your health, things like that, like things that you do on a day-to-day basis. So these people, like, they are like in their mind a lot. Virgo is like, analytical. So these are people who are like in their mind a lot. They are thinking about every little thing. They are so meticulous about what they're thinking. They're picky about where they go, what they do, what they eat, who they're around. They are so picky about their energy. But aren't you supposed to be picky about your energy? You're not supposed to let everybody into your space. Anyway, these are people who are like workaholics. Like they will really be like a nurse. Like if they're a nurse in a hospital or something, or just a nurse in general, these are the people who's going to be doing doubles. If you're a nurse, you know about doubles. You know that's 7 to 3, 3 to 11. And they probably going to do that like 3, 4, 5 times in a week. Because they just like to be there. They like to help people. They like to do what they're doing. And sometimes these are the people who actually have to take mental health days. Everybody should take a mental health day, but especially if you have a sixth house moon, because they have like high anxiety. These are people. So if you're being a workaholic and you're working all these different days, then a lot of times you have to take some days off. You have to take days off in order to take care of yourself. Have some self-care days. They are like so routine driven that if a double shift is something that they do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they're going to do that every single week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They're not going to like really be like, maybe I'll do it on Tuesday. Like, These are people that actually like have to exercise. These are people who you have to exercise because it's the sixth house, but because it's the house of Virgo, and it's the house that actually your mental health actually depends on it with this house. Like I don't want to get into like too much into that, but it's more so like you actually have to take these days, take this time, take 30 minutes, go for a walk. Just if you go for a walk for 30 minutes, you are going to feel so much better. Everyone is going to feel so much better. These are people who are, like I said, if they're nurses, so they're like energy workers. They could be like healers, like, because the sixth house deals with the health. So these are maybe herbalists, because like I said, Virgo is earth. So they could be like herbalists. Like these are the moms in the neighborhood that let me not even say mom. These are the people in the neighborhood that you can go cop up some herbs from them. Like around here, we have a store that's right up the street. Like we can go cop up. He got all the herbs. He got everything that you need. So these give off those kind of vibes. Also with a sixth house moon, these are, because it gives off like the Virgo vibe, these are people who mom could been like super critical of them. And it was because remember, Mercury is Virgo. The mom is super critical because the mom actually wants you to like learn. The mom wants you to like study all the time. Like, why are you not studying? Why are you over there playing the game? You should be over here reading a book. And you're looking at her like, girl, I'm taking a break. But anyway, that is sixth house moon. The seventh house moon. Now, the seventh house is ruled by Libra, which is ruled by Venus. So these are people who are more like relationship oriented. They are like, so they could be like, even if it's not them, well, a lot of times it is them, but they are people who could be like matchmakers. Like, let me hook you up with my girl over here, or yo, let me hook you up with my man's over here, stuff like that. They are good business people, so they're like good business partners. So if you really wanted to go into business, I think you should probably find like a seventh house moon or a seventh house dominant person, because these are going to be like the best kind of business partners to have. They are pretty balanced, so they like could help you out with your work life balance. They could help you out with like anything that you need like balance with. So they are like really good with that. Something that they like have trouble with is they could always seek like validation from other people. Like, other people play a big part in them making decisions. So maybe you could be the balance that they are actually looking for. So if they thrive off of, well, not thrive off of, if they want you to always, if they're looking for someone to tell them, hey, you're doing a good job, then yeah, then y'all can balance each other out. Like, you can do something like that. They are very compassionate people, because Libra deals with like having compassion. Libra deals with like partnerships. Libra deals with like the judicial system. So we're going to get into that too. They are, like I said, judicial system. So they could be like lawyers. They could be like relationship counselors, like a divorce court, like something like that. And these are, and they're like really, really codependent people. Codependent when it comes to the mom, but like codependent in general. So that's something that like you have to watch out for with that seventh house moon, because you're really dependent on other people. Maybe go deep within and start to depend on self, and then maybe we could see like I said, that balance. Because you are good with balance, you have to recognize the balance in your own life. The eighth house moon. Eighth house is ruled by Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars. In the modern day, they say it's ruled by Pluto. So we're going to say Mars and Pluto. It gives off that kind of energy. And Scorpio, the Scorpio deals with like the underworld, the occult, things that you cannot see, the mysterious things, things of that such. So these are like very, very mysterious people. They are like the people that you can't quite figure out. They are like, you could be in a room with them and you're staring at them because they have those deep dark like looking eyes. Like, they have like, Scorpios are very like they have like a very distinct look. If you have like any kind of Scorpio in your chart, like, it's like you have like a distinct look. Like, it's like almost scared to even look in your eyes sometimes when you're dealing with like Scorpio. Like, they can be, like I said, you can be sitting in a room and you're trying to figure out like what they're thinking. Their mind is like really, really honed in on whatever they're thinking. Like, and you can tell that they're thinking about something because you can like look at them and tell like when they're in like deep thought. And like, them being in that deep thought, it could like borderline turn into like obsessiveness, because they are like really, really like thinking intense, and they're like master researchers. So they're going to like research until they find out. And like I said, like that could be like a bit obsessive. um like I said, like the master researcher, because that is like something that like that Scorpio energy gives that off like really, really a lot. These are people who will have like, extreme mood swings, and sometimes they really won't even know how to control it. So that's something that they have to be careful of. Like these are people who have like psychic abilities. Like I said, like you could be sitting in a room with them and they already know that you're like staring at them. They're not even thinking about you because they're in deep thought, but they know that you're staring at them, and they the kind of people that's really just going to ignore you on purpose. Like they're really going to ignore you on purpose. They're strategic about things that they do. They're like alluring. Like it's like a like I want you to come over to me and I want you to tell me all your business, but I'm not going to tell you a doggone thing about me. That kind of gives me like, the eighth house moon vibes. These are like people who could be like self-destructive. Like they are they could be given things because like the eighth house is the inheritance house. This is like where they could be given something from their mom, and they like because it could like, you know, factor into Scorpio deals with like, things that you're not supposed to do. So, but they could be like given an inheritance from their mom, and they could be the kind of people that's just about to go blow that bag on. Don't do that, Scorpio. I mean, not Scorpio. Don't do that, eighth house moonlight. But yeah, these are people that like could give off jealousy vibes, and people could be like super jealous of them too. Like that jealousy thing can go either way. So that's something that they have to be careful of too. Like just the whole jealousy aspect of it. Ninth house. Now the ninth house is ruled by Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. So these are like the people who could be like the overachievers, the people who are always optimistic about everything. Like I'm just going to look on the brighter side. These also could be like real arrogant people, like I'm right, you're wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like those give like those kind of vibes. Like I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to be your teacher. I'm going to be your spiritual guru. I'm going to let you know these things. And what I say is the final answer. And that's that. They are like people who probably, maybe these are people who probably don't live in the same place that they were born in. Like their mom could have took them, like you were born in California and your mom packed up and moved you to Texas, something like that. These are people who like are travelers. Like you go as a child, like your parents just took you everywhere, and then as an adult that just became the norm for you to just like travel and go different places. These actually could be people who teach on the road. So they're, or they could be like people, they could, because they know a lot of different languages, these could be people who teach, different language, to teach English to like these people give off like genius vibes. That ninth house moon, that gives off like genius vibes. Like they give off those impulsive behaviors too. So these are people who like react so fast also, and like they could be like kind of like too preachy, like come on, fall back, chill out. Like I don't want to keep on hearing you talk about, like spirituality all the time. And they like, well, you need to know, this is something that you need to know, these are the things that you don't want to, like, like they give off those kind of vibes. Like chill out, like we not here for that. Those are the kind of people that you just got to say that kind of stuff. Like we not here for that. Come on now, we no. See you. 10th house. Now the 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. So these are people who women influence like their career choice a lot. Like women are like really powerful and influential into these people. They could also be like workaholics because like Saturn is something is like you build over time. So like they like sometimes they could be like, oh yeah, well if I keep working then it'll come faster. No, that's not how it's going to be. But these are people that are super grounded. These are people who are like goal oriented. Like I have a goal and I'm going to reach it, and then when I reach that goal I'm going to go to the next one, and they're going to just keep on. These are like, they are going to just keep on doing everything. They look at like the bigger picture. So they are the kind of people who like, well, I wouldn't say look at the bigger picture. These are people who more so like always want more. So like I said, if they got to this goal, now they done set another goal, and they have to reach that goal, and now they have to reach that goal. These are very much, I want to be president and I ain't going to stop at nothing until I get there. Like that gives off like that. They are like, a lot of times they are like naturally liked because the 10th house is like the highest house. So if you have like a moon at the 10th house, like these are people who are like the CEOs of the company and things like that. Like if you have like prominent 10th house placements, like you are like good with like being the leader. You are good with like being the CEO. Like everybody is going to follow you. They're going to look up to you. They are like good at like social gatherings. So like I said, politics, like these are good politicians. Like because they can people can hang on to their every word, especially in like governmental issues, because Capricorn rules the government. These people, they care a lot about what the public thinks about them because they're in the public so much. So the public's opinion is like everything. Now, in the 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, which is also ruled by Saturn. But in modern day, they say it's ruled by Uranus too, Uranus, however you say it. So these are people who like are like really wrapped up into like their friends. Their friends could be like their family. They would treat like their friends like their family. These are people who probably have like, now it could work either way. They could have like a super like not hands off. Well, yeah, like hands off, like super detached mom, where it's like, I showed you how to do it, so now you do it, and I'm gonna be over here. Or they have like a friend like relationship with their mom. Well, where both of them will have like the same result. Like mom teaches them something, and then now they have to go out and do it, and then like their mom is their friend. So like, girl, what you think? You think this look cute on me? And their mom like, girl, fly, like stuff like that. Like they're like friends with their mom. These are people who are like so forward thinking. Now these are the people who actually see the big picture, because they can see things like the internet age, because the 11th house also deals with the internet. So like they could be like have like a real big presence online. They can influence, or they could be easily influenced. Like they could be like the puppet master, or they could be the actual puppet. They could, like, when I say like they see the bigger picture, like these are the people. When I said the internet, this is what I was thinking about. So when I said like the internet, these are the people who it was probably like an 11th house person or an Aquarius person who actually like really thought of and did this whole internet thing. Like when it comes to social media, like your social media marketer, or things like that. Like this is what like 11th house gives off. We are at the 12th house. This is the house that a lot of people fear, but this is the house that has like the most transformation. This is the house that they say you go to die, or that's probably why people are so scared of it. But this is the house where you also go to sleep. So this is like you being in a dreamlike state. So these are people who get messages through their dreams. These are people who need like lots of alone time, because these are like empathic people. Like these are the people who you will come to because you need the healing. These are the wise men. These are the people who like have all of the stored wisdom. These are like the people who like a lot of times you could say like with the 12th house moon, like I can't quite get the words out. Like I don't know what I'm feeling. They are feeling things on a deeper emotional level. They are internalizing it. Like everything that they're feeling is on the inside, but they can't get it out to you to tell you exactly how they're feeling. These are people who could be mediums. Like I said, they get their dreams, they get their messages through their dreams, and they could like like their ancestors there that passed on could be coming to give them messages in their dreams. Or like I said, these are mediums. They could be the people who very much see people that's not here anymore. They are, like I said, the natural healers. They are very, very spiritual people. But sometimes these are the people who get caught up in like narcissistic relationships because they want to help everybody. They are the natural healers. So these are the people who they are the people who can bring out your shadow side of you. So everything that's in your subconscious, you will be more comfortable saying it or doing it around these people because they give you that like you're safe with me vibe. So it's like you might not even know that a person is a narcissist until they are around a 12th house moon person. And this person is going to, the 12th house moon person is going to be the one to point out the fact. They might not tell anyone because, like I said, they can't express, they don't know exactly what this is that they see in this person, but they know that something isn't right. So they're trying to, they want to heal this person. They want to help this person. They want to help everybody. So like I said, because they want to help everybody, they could attract users. They can attract manipulators. These are the people that have to protect themselves spiritually. They have to, like, they are the ones that have to take those spiritual baths. Like I said, they have to get some alone time. They have to have more alone time, but not so alone that they slip into, because the 12th house and Pisces also deals with, because I don't even know if I said this, the 12th house is ruled by Pisces, which is ruled by Neptune and Jupiter. So these are like Jupiter, remember, from Sagittarius, these are very spiritual people. And Neptune deals with like the dreamy world, things that sometimes you just can't see, sometimes that you're just a little bit too naive about. So that's why I said these are the people that attract the most users and manipulators, because they have that natural healing, like, persona about them. That they have that aura that, like, I'm just a healer, and everyone wants to come to them and be around them. But then, like, they start to soak up your energy and it starts to drain the 12th house moon person. So that's why the 12th house moon person has to have like a lot of alone time, go to sleep, but don't have so much alone time, like I said, where you are going towards substance abuse, because these are the people who could, like, a lot of times be overindulgent in drugs and overindulgent in like alcohol, so because they just can't seem to shake the feelings that they have. Sometimes they don't know. Like, they actually have to do their shadow work in order for them to even know that how powerful they are, because these are very, very powerful people. Like I said, they could be mediums. They could be like any kind of healer. Like, you need healing, you need that 12th house moon person. Also with these people, because this is the house of hidden enemies, and then like it's the moon, like your enemy could very much be your mom. Like, your mom could be your enemy and you not even know. You kind of have a feeling of it, but you really don't know. Like, you can't quite put your finger on, like, you love this person so much, but why are they not showing you the same kind of love in return? Why are they so cold to you? These are like people who could have had a mom who either like doesn't like them. Their mom could have been addicted to drugs. Their mom could have been like in a mental institution. Their mom could have been like just secluding them from the world. Say like these are, now this is a bit on the extreme side. Like, say like they had a mom who was in an abusive relationship. So their mom kept them away from everybody and secluded them away from everybody. Why? Because they didn't want, their mom was afraid that they would be the ones to spill the beans to everybody because mom wasn't ready yet. Like, that's a bit on the extreme side, but I've seen that with 12th house moon people too. So that is our Moon Through the Houses series. That was really fun. Like, I am still learning about, like the different phases of the moon. So we're going to be on this journey together. We're going to learn about this astrology thing together, because I feel like it's very, very interesting. And I've actually like just now started to want to get out and, make videos and teach about it. I've been learning it since 2018. But I still feel like sometimes I feel like that imposter syndrome where it's like, oh, you don't know enough. And like, when I get on the camera and I just did that, I just found out that I knew way more than I thought that I knew. So this is going to be a fun series. I hope that you guys stick with me throughout this series, because it's going to be a lot of ups and downs. We are here to heal our inner selves. That's why it's called Inner Heal Her. In her, heal her, like inner healer. So we are going deep within the soul so that we can heal ourselves, so that we could just be the best women that we could be, So that's my time for today. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.